Good morning. Happy Monday to everyone. As we're continuing on, looking in the Belgic Confession, today we're going to spend just a little bit of time with Article 27, the Holy Catholic Church. It says this: We believe and confess one single Catholic or universal church, a holy congregation and gathering of true Christian believers, awaiting their entire salvation in Jesus Christ, being washed by his blood, sanctified and sealed by the Holy Spirit. This church has existed from the beginning of the world and will last until the end, as appears from the fact that Christ is eternal King, who cannot be without subjects. And this holy church is preserved by God against the rage of the whole world, even though for a time it may appear very small in the eyes of people, as though it were snuffed out. For example, during the very dangerous time of Ahab, the Lord preserved for himself 7,000 people who did not bend their knees to Baal. And so this holy church is not confined, bound, or limited to a certain place or certain persons, but it's spread and dispersed throughout the entire world, though still joined and united in heart and will, in one and the same spirit by the power of faith. A couple things that strike me about that just to highlight this morning. The first is that this coming Sunday is Worldwide Communion Sunday. And so when this talks about the church as not just one group of people that meet in one place, but that it's spread throughout the world by people who are bound together in heart and mind, heart and will, in one and the same spirit by the power of faith. The picture that they have there is the picture that we can so quickly forget. And it's the picture that Worldwide Communion Sunday seeks to remind us of, right? That all of those who follow Jesus, and we may serve in very different contexts, very different corners of the world. We may disagree on some different things. There may even be times where we don't get along as well as we should. But it's good for us to remember that these are brothers and sisters. These are people that are on the same team that we are. These are people that more than the rest of that, we're bound together with one Lord, one faith, one baptism, with one God and Father of all, who's over all, through all, in all. That the things that unite us, that hold us together, are greater than anything that could possibly be a division or separate us. So I love I love the reminder of that we get to celebrate this coming Sunday, and I love the picture that the church is so much bigger than what I can see and what I can conjure up in my head. The other thing that I want to draw out of this is that sometimes we feel like we are responsible for protecting the church and we are responsible for continuing the church. We're responsible for following God. We're responsible for doing what it is that God has created us to do. But the welfare of the church, the outcome of the church, um, does not rest on our shoulders. That God is going to take care of that. That it's existed from the beginning of the world and will last until the end. That even when it seems to us like like we're struggling and we're suffering defeat, that God continues to be faithful and God continues to work in this. That God will not let uh, this this chain of believers from the beginning will not break that, before the end has arrived. So there's comfort in that. It doesn't let us off the hook for not following God and not being who we're supposed to be, but it places the outcome in God's hands. We are responsible for following. We are responsible for living into that new creation, for being a part of God's kingdom. Uh, but God will handle the outcomes. God will handle the results of it. I'm glad not to go through uh, everything in this life, and this year has especially uh, made that evident. That there are others out there as well. I'm thankful for you. And God bless you today.